Hello guys, have we got a treat for you today? Absolutely exhausted after this one. So this was our first ever successful arranged war with our pals over at Project Cadmus. We tried to match twice. The first time we missed, the weights were slightly off, and we both came up against modding clans, and we both obviously lost those wars, so we were quite disheartened, but we decided to give it another go. We got the weights a lot more accurate, within 1k of each other, hit the button, and after about a long 14 minutes, lo and behold, we matched. I can't tell you how epic this war was. So much fun warring against people you know. Just if you've not done an arranged war, try and set one up. It's so much more rewarding than just a normal farm war or warring against people you don't know. And as you can see, because I guess as you'd expect, we were match weight for weight wise. It was such a close war, and it came literally down to the last seconds. They had two attacks that went in as the war ended, and just couldn't pull enough points they needed. It was, no one really knew what had happened. We knew the scores were level, but we didn't know who'd won percentage destruction wise until the screen came up, and luckily for Phantom Zone we managed to get the victory. But really the victory is here nor there. It was just so much fun to be in a war against people you know, and really good attackers with really good bases on both sides, helped by the fact, I guess, that we'd just come up against modding clans and probably stole some of their bases on both sides, and put up, for the large part, proper anti-3 bases, which we don't get to come across much. So I'm going to make 3 videos here, just because I want to showcase this war. The first video is going to be the Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 10 attacks on our side, and then I'm going to show every other 3-star that we got, so the upper 9s and the lower 9s. We'll just have a quick look at who got 6-star wars as normal, because even in an arranged war, so these people that left here, these are guys that came over from PZ2 to make the weights match, so our sister clan, and we had 2 guests, Galadon and Tech, who came over from Cadmus. We had a few of our guys go on their side as well, just to balance the weights. So that's why we've got guys that are showing us left. So big shout out to Marbin and to Pip on his mini. 6-star wars in an arranged war is quite an achievement. And not so much of a shout out to Eddie and Tokers, both of which for some unknown reason did not use their second attack. Naughty, 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 both on the naughty step. If we'd have lost the war because of that, I don't think we'd have been too happy, and you might have seen 2 more names not in the clan there. But I think we've just put them on the naughty step, as we can't be too annoyed because we did win. They obviously used all of their attacks as you'd expect. So let's go through. I don't want to waste too much time because, like I said, huge amount to show. So let's go over to their bases. So we're going to start. We're just going to go down the map. So they had one Town Hall 11 Val. He is pretty much a max Town Hall 11, who I matched with, which is a bit daunting because I'm anything but a max Town Hall 11. But he doesn't have the Wizard Town, he doesn't have, I believe, the 4th Expo, which is why our weights match, even though he's a much, much stronger base. So what we decided to do here, this was a reaction to them, where they got one of their 10s to come up and 2-star me as the only Town Hall 11, which obviously freed up Val, their number 1, to come and bully 2 of our Town Hall 10s. So we decided we had to react to that, and we had to send Chuck up as a Town Hall 10 to try and get the 2-star on Val, which would allow me 2 free hits at their 10s. So what we talked this over, what we decided to do is Queen Walk for the percentage. So just try and get rack up as much percentage as we can to get that 50%. And then if you see where his Town Hall is in the north, is really just to rush that. There's no real chance of getting the eagle here. It's cored and well protected, so that eagle's going to trigger. So because of that, and because they changed the eagle, we decided to opt with only, I think he's only got one golem, might have one in the CC, and witches, because obviously the eagles just wreck golems now, so you can't come in with a mass golem attack like the good old days. So whilst the Queen Walker is going round, he quakes a path into the town hall and launches his main attack. Strategy here is really just to get everything down quickly and get everything funneling in towards that town hall. It's already picked up 32%, so the 1-star looks a good bet. So everything looks good at this point. Witches all funneling in, rage down. As you can see, the eagle's doing some damage. This is where it goes a bit wrong. We had discussed freezing the eagle. Opts instead to freeze the Wiz Tower and Tesla there, and freezes the Inferno on the second go. Don't know if it would have made a difference if he'd have frozen the eagle, but everything just kind of dies out quite quickly. It's a very high level base, so lost a lot of witches there. A real shame to only get the 1-star. We decided not to try again. I thought it would be a wasted attack for another 10 or even me to go up when there's much easier stars to pick up down below. So this was actually my second attack. This was on their number 2 Cruel. Mass Witch attack. If you look at the base, if you look here, if I drop a Earthquake here, which I opt to do, it actually just becomes one big compartment, which is perfect for witches. So strategy here is just to open up the base. Dropped a golem down here and opted for a giant over here, purely because if I put another golem down, I'm going to jump in here by this first golem. I wasn't sure the golem would redirect, so I didn't want to waste a golem banging on a wall, so just drop the second golem in behind the first. Now if you look how big this funnel is, right, this funnel is huge. All those witches should go straight into the core, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 witches wrap. So kind of panic, all the Teslas pop, hit the Warden's ability just to make everything immune for a second, but who knows what might have happened if the witches had gone into that core, because that core is just one big open box now, but they didn't. They decided to wrap, and we had a few funneling problems with witches in this war. I don't know if they've changed the AI, but we were making huge funnels and they were still wrapping around the base in a lot of instances. So that main core attack has pretty much died out now. Still huge pack, probably what, 7 or 8 witches there, trapped in a little box, banging on a wall. Not really what you want. Finally they break through, but you know, swathe of Larry's coming across, but with all that splash there, they don't stand much of a chance against the Wiz Towers. So banging on a wall again in the south, and they're just dying out. The witches, I think, you know, there's what, 3 left now. So yeah, shame. I think attack certainly had a better chance if the funneling had gone right. So slightly disappointing, but still a solid 2-star on a pretty developed Town Hall 10. So we move down the map to Kratos, and as you can see, 3-starred. This is a beautiful attack. This was Tech. This is one of their guys came over. They did take him back. We said there's a place for him in Phantom Zone if they didn't, because we could do with a attacker of this caliber. This is beautiful. Just watch this attack. So it's a Queen Walk Laloon. He was quite nervous about this attack. He was kind of asking for a scout. Can we send one of the 9s up to scout the base, etc., etc. And we just couldn't afford any scouts in this war because every attack counted. Although we did have 2 people that didn't attack, so they could have done it. But we just didn't think we could afford to send a 9 up to waste an attack just doing a scout. So after a lot of umming and ahhing, he decided to go in cold. So starts a Queen Walk, in the southwest. And the plan is, as you can see, he's already zap quaked one Inferno, and he's only got, is that a multi or a single? I think it's a multi. I can't quite see the top. Might be a single target Inferno that's left. Minions up in the north just to pick up some free percentage there. No air cover, and just lets the Queen walk. Very patient. Just lets the Queen walk come around. Already taken out one AD, I believe. Yeah, and target. He actually gets 3 ADs taken out before, I believe, he starts his air component. So once the defenses are firing on the Queen there, just drops a couple of wall breakers to open her up, so she will go inside. Obviously the target is that enemy Queen, and is now in range of the AD and the CC, if that's not come out already. I don't think it has. Oh, just take a swig of coffee. Still early in the morning here, and I hardly slept throughout this war. I mean, we were up doing a podcast with the guys from Cadmus till 5 a.m. my time on Friday. Saturday night, obviously, we tried for the match, and I was up till about 3 then, 2 on Sunday, and I think the same last night as well. So anyway, CC comes out, kills the Queen, kills CC, drops the King and a couple of wall breakers in the northwest. Target here obviously is that third AD. Rages up the King. King finally gets onto that AD and takes it out. And look, before the air has started, all he's got left is one AD and this single target Inferno. Base is done. You knew it was going to be a 3-star at this point. Can come in real heavy with the loons in from this eastern side. Still got 9 loons in the bag. They very quickly take out the AD straight onto that single target Inferno. Targeted loons from the north just to pick up these final defenses, so the other loons don't have to come across the whole base. And air sweeper's not doing anything. What is that air sweeper not blowing? I guess those loons were. It is now slightly out of range. But look at that. That is a textbook Town Hall 10 attack. Thing of pure beauty. Yeah, definitely helped turn the war in our favour. That was a hell of an attack. So thanks for giving him to us, Cadmus. We appreciate it. So drop down. This was my second hit. This was another mass witch. And this base is even more set up for it. So I love these bases where you can really create a good funnel on these bases. So there's real little chance of the witch wrapping. So I just open it up so that again this whole base is now just one big compartment essentially. I'm going to create the funnel from army camp to army camp. They're really good breaks as well. So once that's down, surely these witches can go nowhere but the middle. Test wall breaker in just in case he's got small bombs there or traps. He doesn't. Followed up by 3 wall breakers and whiz behind. Now we drop the witches. I think 12 witches. Luckily the golems trigger that bomb before the witches get there, and everything is just pathing beautifully here. Just this huge army heading into the middle. Rage down to help them as they come in. CC comes out. That's really going to do nothing. Ready with the Warden's ability. Hit it there just as all the Teslas pop. Absolutely like a knife through butter on this base. Another rage down. Back end jump just to help everything out of that core and continue its way forward. Queen breaks off here in the south and is helping to come round and clean up these defences in the second box, which is still going strong. And yeah, slightly worried about the Queen at this point in that she's got no protection. That Archer Tower's on her. I don't want to lose the Queen here. I'm going to probably need her for clean up. Hit the ability as soon as I see that double bomb. It didn't seem to actually help much. It still took a huge amount of health off her. Excuse me a minute. And that third compartment's cleaned up now, so it's just the defences left in the north. Everything else is just clean up here. As you can see, there's probably about, I don't know how many Larrys there are there. I can't count them, but I would say there's probably near on 100 skeletons running around running around there. And Queen now comes up. She's in range, but starts taking out the archer tower usefully rather than hitting a defense that's not going to do her any damage. She's very low on health now. This last archer tower, I think, is going to pick her up. But she comes round and yep, she's dead. So it's just down to these 100 or so Larrys to come round and clean things up. Still, what have we got? 4 witches alive, 3. And look how quickly they get through those lava walls, those Larrys. That shows you how many there are there. But yeah, just come round and clean up the last. So that one was a lot more satisfying than the attack on Cruel. Shows what happens when the pathing is correct and everything goes into the core. So this is the last one we'll show for this video. This is Tech's second attack. It was actually his first attack. This base, I think we failed on 4 or 5 times with 10s. It doesn't look a difficult base, and Tech certainly made it not look a difficult base, but for whatever reason, we failed 4 or 5 times on this base, which kind of cost us because we did not have the luxury they did of having, I think, 5 Town Hall 10 attacks that could hit down. So I guess we kind of thought, even though we had the lead on the scoreboard for most of the war because they attacked late, I guess we kind of thought, well, all they need to do is get their 10s to come down and hit our 9s, and you assume they're going to get 3 stars. What actually happened is they got a couple of 99% 2 stars, or at least 1. And we got 1 as well. One of our Town Hall 10s came down to hit 9. He got 99%. So I mean, there's real nail-biting stuff at the end. Hal was actually streaming the end of the war, which was good because I couldn't get in because all the spectator slots were full. So at least I was able to watch the final attacks on his stream. So again, Queen Walk here just to pick up percentage, and then Stone Golems in from that western side. Jump to get everything going towards the core. Now, single target Inferno is here, so these Golems are going to take quite a bit of punishment, but he's got witches coming in behind. And everything now, and the heroes drops a quake down. They did that quite a lot. I say they, obviously takes from Cadmus, dropping a quake in that core there just to soften everything up. You think most Town Hall 10s, huge amounts of high defense structures in the core. You know, if you can take damage off the, 4 Teslas, 2 Inferno Towers, and the Town Hall for 1 Quake spell, that's a pretty good return. That's something I think I might adopt in some of my attacks quite often. Poison's pretty useless at Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11 attacks. You don't tend to lure the CC and kill it. You generally just kill it in play, and throwing a poison down when stuff's moving around is hit and miss. So might be better to bring a quake and just soften that core up. But yeah, kind of, it had a chance at 3. I mean, the base is wrecked. Kind of makes you wonder how we failed before. I think that some of the fails were pathing issues again. We tried to get witches to path in and they wrapped, even with a big funnel. So, it's quite a deceptive base. It was their lowest 10, but it caused us some problems. But Tech again came through and delivered for us. So there we go. That's the Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 attacks. I'll end this video here, and I'll be back with another one looking at the top level Town Hall 9s.